What's the mentality for any marathon runner?
Well, when you train for a marathon or any long distance race, it's not as much only the physical training and the endurance training that you have to do, but the most training you have to do is mental. It's your brain that gives out before your body does in most cases. So once you get all the training in and you have to do anything for hours upon hours, it's a mental challenge.
What was it like running in the 2013 Boston Marathon?
No, everything started out really well. I went up there with three friends. It was my dream to run Boston. That was supposed to be. I was, reaching 50 years old, and that was supposed to be my final marathon, just because of age and time commitments. And everything went great until I was into 20 something miles, and I carried my phone with me and it started ringing. So I answered it, and my wife told me that there had been a bombing, that the marathon was canceled. And next thing I know, there's black FBI SUVs and ambulances flying by us, and we got stopped. And there was a police barricade, didn't let us finish. Unfortunately, I didn't know where my three friends were. They were all faster than I was, and so they were somewhere between where I was and the finish line, and that was scary. I was. It took me a while to find them and find out what had happened to them.
How did you receive closure after this horrific event?
It took a long time. Luckily, two of my friends had gotten past the finish line before the bombing. The third one had gotten stopped at the police barricade like I had. So we were all very fortunate. And for several weeks to months after the bombing, we weren't quite sure what we were going to do, until the um, Boston Athletic Association decided that those of us who hadn't finished, who had gotten so close to the finish line and were prevented from finishing, could rerun the race in 2014. And although I was supposed to have my last marathon in 2013, I started training again to run in 2014. The atmosphere was very different. We all wore wristbands, um, in honor of those who did get injured in 2013, and in honor of those who couldn't run in 2014. And we all went back and we all ran again. And the police presence, the military presence, the helicopters overhead, it was a much more somber race, but we did it in unity. And when I crossed the line, I realized I was less than a mile from the finish when I got stopped. It was .7. And it was extremely emotional to cross that finish line. And now every time I run, whether it's a training run, a run for fun, or a half marathon, I still think about what it feels like to cross that finish line.
Thank you very much.